Our first presenter is Charlie Meyerson, Pamela's husband, who has a humorous, touching, and unique perspective on his wife's remarkable journey.
I'm Charlie Meyerson, Pam's husband for 42 years, and if I'm lucky, for at least that many more. Pam's compassion was clear from the moment we met, which happens to have been in a traffic accident in Naperville just weeks after she'd graduated from College of DuPage. Who hit whom is the first question we always get when sharing this story. My answer is usually not important. No one was hurt, no tickets issued. But she's typically quick to add, his insurance company paid. That's because she was in front of me, she stopped, and I stopped not quite so quickly, and my little Volkswagen Rabbit crunched up like an accordion. Now, had our roles been reversed, I might have said something like, "What the heck, weren't you paying attention?" But not Pam. I believe her first words to me ever were, "Oh, your poor car." That compassion has manifested itself many times in many ways over the years, in raising our 3 sons, and so far 4 grandchildren, and also in her Herculean efforts to, let's say, civilize me. More important, her compassion, her empathy, her strong sense of fairness and justice has, by all accounts, been a hallmark of her time as a judge. And it's why I've referred to her time and again as my personal moral compass. I'm eternally grateful to have her as my partner, and as the son of a community college professor myself, I'm immeasurably proud of her educational and career arc, including her time at College of DuPage.
Thank you, Charles, love of my life, for that wonderful introduction. He likes to say that I've been judging him for years, and he usually adds that I'm very good at it. Thank you to the College of DuPage for this unexpected recognition, and congratulations to my fellow new members of the Green Jacket Club. It's really nice to get to know you and to hear your stories. I also want to keep in mind the unsung stories of those around us who go unrecognized. If you look, if you ask, if you listen, you will find that everybody's got a story. So, what's my story? I remember my COD years as a time when life got real. The year was 1976, 49 years ago. I graduated that year from Downers Grove South High School, and that summer I continued to work part-time as I had throughout high school. I think at that time it was at the Jewel Bake Shop, but I might have still been at Brown's Chicken. In any event, I signed up for classes that fall at COD. Why COD? I didn't really do any research. I was 17, and my parents wanted me to stay home another year, and that was okay with me. My friends were all in town. Now, if you had told me then that I was a judge in training, I would have said, "What?" I had no idea my career would go in that direction, or that I had a few surprises in for me on my personal life, one of which you've just heard about. I didn't know any judges, I didn't know any lawyers, I didn't know what I wanted to major in or what I wanted to be when I grew up. So I registered for a full schedule of introductory classes that first quarter. But a few weeks later, I dropped them all. I had discovered a lump in my neck, which led to blood tests and biopsies and surgery, radiation, chemotherapy, and hair loss. It left no time for school that quarter. But the next quarter, I gave school another try. Took it slow at first, 1 or 2 classes at a time, because I had ongoing treatments. The next quarter, I took more classes, and gradually I took more, worked up to a full schedule, and my hair grew back. Now, I have to confess here that I made some unfortunate choices in hairstyles, as you can see right there. You have to remember that the late 70s were the time of the very tight perm. I got my associate's degree from COD in 1978. All those credits transferred to DePaul University, where I got my bachelor's degree in business administration. COD was everything I needed it to be when I needed it. It was accommodating, conveniently located, with lots of scheduling options, helpful counsel for course selection, and oh yes, good teaching. I got a solid foundation of liberal arts classes that I built on in later years. At some point in college, I got it in my head that I wanted to be a lawyer. Now, I still didn't know any lawyers, but I liked to write, I liked academic challenge, I liked the idea of advocating for other people. So I went on and got a law degree from the University of Chicago. Long story short, I practiced law for 30 years. And then I served as a judge on the Circuit Court of Cook County for 12 years after that. And then I retired this past February. But it wasn't just law school that prepared me for the bench. It was the sum total of all my life experiences, the sociology course and the science fiction literature course that I took here at COD, the science and philosophy and accounting courses I took at DePaul, my time as a chicken sister, as we called each other, at Brown's Chicken, navigating health challenges, getting to know a widening circle of people from other cultures, learning their stories, helping friends get elected to the school board, and most importantly, raising 3 inquisitive, creative, and sometimes rebellious sons. I had an incredibly rewarding, challenging, and fulfilling career. It was not always easy. I had to give bad news to a lot of people. But I tried to make sure that when people walked out of my courtroom, they knew they'd been heard and they knew why I ruled as I had. Every day on the bench, I called upon the critical thinking and empathy that I'd developed through my life experience. Now that I'm retired, I continue to use those skills. And this morning, I'm asking you to do the same. At this moment in our country's history, please think critically and be kind. You don't have to have a law degree to have a sense of fairness, to know instinctively when something's not right. Follow that instinct. Consider evidence, not rumors. Analyze the credibility of your leaders. Take character into account. Consider what they do, not just if they're on your team. Consider a variety of news sources and analyze their credibility. And read the primary documents, especially the Constitution, especially the Bill of Rights. The future of the country depends on each of us paying attention, thinking critically, choosing the right leaders, and holding people to account. So that's my story, and that is my request. I've come a ways from being that 17-year-old kid who decorated cakes at the Jewel Bake Shop. COD gave me a solid foundation from which I could explore and grow in knowledge and in confidence. I am a very lucky woman. Thank you.